I'm to blame for this divorce and will regret my mistakes the rest of my life. Trying to make civil for kids' sake.
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
I'm to blame for this divorce and will regret my mistakes the rest of my life. Trying to make civil for kids' sake. My emotions are all messed up horribly right now. I am all to blame for this mess I have put myself in. Roughly 9 years ago, I was on a deployment and met a guy who I became friends with. It was strictly friends. Over the years, we still remained friends, but my heart got tied up in it, and for me, became more of an emotional affair. My husband was working a lot, providing for us and our kids. He is a damn good provider, but it kept him from home a lot. Probably more than I overliked. Deep inside, I kept the secret that my heart was not fully my husband's. That there was this friend who had part of it for so many years. About 3 years ago, husband confronted me about the friendship, and it was obviously that the emotional affair was only one-sided. The other guy barely ever responds, and I was the one initiating the conversations, probably out of boredom and loneliness. I cut all contact of 2 years preceding husband finding out about my feelings. I wanted to make our marriage work, but I still could not shake the feelings I had for other guy. Other guy does not live in the same state as us. Never has. Military has kept him all over the US but never in the same state. Last year, I get a message from him after not hearing from him over 2 years. He had been going through a hard time, and I made a mistake by talking to him via internet and consoling him over his relationship loss. I again made another mistake, sent said guy a birthday card with no return address. Just wanted to make sure he knew he was thought about because he was going through so much. Probably the worst thing for me to do because he sent me a message on FB and husband saw it and flipped out. Well, now after months of contemplating divorce husband filed last week, I am forever regretful because I ruined a decent marriage. We had our differences, but husband is not a bad man by any means. If anything, he is the most understanding, kind man I have ever known. I'm an emotional wreck and can't seem to keep it together. Our kids don't really know what is going on, and just yet, and I hope we don't have to tell them, because we are trying to keep things normal for them. As of right now, I'm keeping this house, and the kids will live with me full time, with him getting them from school in the afternoons and every other weekend. He works nights, so he really can't swing the full time thing. I want him to see them as often as he wants. The plus, part of my woes is we have a rental house next door, so after our renter's lease is up, in March he will move over there, but in the meantime, we'll remain under the same roof even after the legal divorce. To make matters even more stressful, I'm in nursing school right now. 5 days a week, I'm in class. It's a hard program and fast paced. I am almost feel like quitting to get a job because I don't know how I am going to manage. Husband keeps saying things will be fine. He is making sure we are probably both financially set up and won't fail. We have very little debt and already agreed what we do have will pay off at tax time. I have not worked in 7 years, so will need to get a job ASAP once I get done with school, so I can carry my own insurance. Today, I got a letter from his attorney and it was explaining how once the divorce is final, my health benefits are done, and I have to either do Cobra or get my own. I panicked because I don't have a job yet, and he keeps telling me I don't need to get one. He and I are good friends, still husband and I. We actually sat out by a campfire and talked like good old friends. He keeps reminding me that we are just too different for each other, that he wants us both to be happy. I tend to be more needy in regards to physical touch and affection, and he does not need it. Over the past few years, I have felt we are no more than roommates, sleeping in different rooms. He says it's only cause of his work hours. I realize I'm all to blame. If my heart had been 100% his all these years, and I had just been happy with the time we did together, we would be fine. I'm a miserable mess and trying really hard to stay positive, especially because he is all calm and not really making a huge deal out of it. But I feel 100% guilty for all of this. Our kids deserve to have both of us in their lives full time, and I ruined our marriage. I ruined myself and my husband. Now, all I have to look forward to is a divorce probably in the next 90 days, and the stress of finishing nursing school, then moving on with my life. I realize I will get same bashing for being the wrong one in this. But I am wrecked and admit my wrongs for the emotional affair. How do I get through this and not lose myself?